it's Rob here with a look behind the scenes. It's Badass Overtime, giving you a chance to listen in to Sven's conversation with his guests after the show.
Isaiah, what's going on inside of you?
Man, that was a pretty charged talk there.
What was the most charged part for you of all we discussed?
Just really looking back at the relationship with my mother, and kind of looking at it from a different light. And I knew that I was grieving her. And I knew deep down that I wasn't really expecting to have a relationship with her anymore. But then the other part is probably this acknowledgement that I know that I'm still carrying this anger around with me.
And how did and so
I know it.
And what does that realization feel like? That I realize I'm still carrying anger around with me. What does that feel like?
It's actually a bit of relief.
Why is that a relief to realize you're still carrying around anger?
It's just having another person acknowledge it, I think is important.
That makes total sense. And this is why, in my counseling practice, I don't wait always for clients to find their own words, because oftentimes they won't, or they don't feel justified. I will say how I see it, and that's what you're paying me for in my case. And a lot of times there is a liberation that comes from hearing it from someone else, what they see. Just tell me what you see. And what I would actually encourage you to consider, Isaiah, in your self-work is that when you say, I'm still carrying around anger, but I'm going to disagree with you. I think the authentic you, the response, and I just look at how the faces in my studio registered, my own and the other two, the response isn't anger. It's abject hatred, rage. Those are normal responses. Whether you believe in God or just believe in how humans were created, these are feelings. Feelings are intended to get pain out, to get feelings out. You are feeling a natural response to a stimulus. It's a natural response. Hate is just one more up there with disappointment and melancholy and happy and at peace. They're all just natural feelings. They're natural responses. It's not like we don't have certain ones. No, everybody has them. It's just that we think hatred, we have to back down. That's bad. I'm not saying you need to go, shoot up a, motorcycle gang or something. I'm just saying the feelings are there. And I don't think you feel anger. I think I think deep down inside of you is fucking insane rage, because that is a natural response. That is what you described as, it's up there in the most heinous shit you might ever see in a movie. For child abuse.
I mean, I probably some days I feel like I have a pretty good poker face, but the problem is I fear it getting unlocked.
Oh no, and I'm saying you have to unlock it. I know you fear unlocking it. And you've also been shamed and taught that your feelings don't matter to begin with, and you shouldn't trust your feelings. You've been taught all that already on top of. And I hear this every single day of my counseling practice. I fear what's inside of there. I fear it taking over me. If I let that out, I'm afraid of what I might do. And the truth is, microdose that shit. Bring it out in small pieces if you need to, but it has to come out.
Like in traffic?
Yeah, right.
in traffic.
Use it constructively. Fuck you! You cut me off, you asshole. Yeah. No, I meant a little more. I do that too, but I meant a little more. Take out set aside time each week to journal or to write another letter to your stepdad, or yet another letter to grandma or mom or to dad or whatever. And you've got to get it out, because keeping it in, it's only hurting you at this point. You know how they say, if you forgive, do it for yourself. Well, the forgiving doesn't do it the way getting this shit out does. Do it for yourself. Get the rage out for yourself. It'll just take it in doses. Let it come. Maybe the first time you sit down to write a letter to your mom that you're not going to send, maybe you can't even get one sentence in before you have to get up and walk around the block just to cool the fuck back down. That's fine. Or if you're a person who goes to the gym at all, you've heard me say what I do. I bring my journal to the gym. I fucking journal in between sets. Journaling during workouts, like weight workouts, is particularly effective because I can welcome up all that rage and just channel it right into my fucking workout. Whatever it is, but that shit has to come out of you, Isaiah. It has to come out of you. Final question. So we've come to end of this time together, and I'm just curious, what are you feeling? Give me a feeling word or two.
I do feel some sense of relief. Getting some of this out, it's been very beneficial.
What else? What do you feel? Sure, okay, the relief, and that's great. That's great. But what's the other feeling? What's the big one? If there is one.
Righteous.
Righteous. And what does righteous feel like?
That I'm just justified and that I'm not wrong. I should feel this way.
Absolutely.
Like this is not something that I should be ashamed of or hidden or.
It's the exact message. It's the exact message that you would give to your daughter when she was treated that way at the carnival. You are justified. You don't have to keep this hidden, sweetheart. What she did to you was awful. That the child was justified. You are justified. Hell, you haven't even come remotely close to being unjustified in your thoughts and feelings. You've gone the opposite direction. You've been protecting the abusers, plural. You've been protecting them, and you're beyond justified, dude. And you know what? When you were a kid, if some big dude or some angry woman or whatever saw what was being done to you, or some normal person and actually saw it, somebody other than your mother had seen it, they would have shut that shit down. They would have reported your fucking stepdad. They would have fucking reported your mom for neglect, for allowing that shit. Whatever. Fuck yeah. And final thought is this. I don't believe she didn't know. I just don't believe it. In the 1990s, I just don't believe it. And it would require going into your story more, because I guarantee in your story, there are indicators, there are hints, there are clues, there's evidence somewhere in there that she fucking knew what was going on. But that's just my hunch. Isaiah, you've been great. Thank you for sharing your story. Wow. And your courage in telling your story and this ugly stuff. I really applaud you for opening up and getting it out today.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. And, all this being said, I don't think she will. I do hope that maybe in her, before she dies, that she does get help. For her sake, I don't know that she will, but sure.
But come on, isn't the reason you want her to get help is because then maybe she'll atone for what she did or apologize or see what she did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
but then, well, wait a minute. Sorry, Rob. But
I have a question too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting that means I'd like it if she healed so that she would.
My boundary's been set. Like I don't think there's.
What do you still want from your mom? Be honest.
I want her to.
What do you want?
I want her to acknowledge.
Go ahead.
I want an apology. I want her to acknowledge what happened.
And then what would happen if she acknowledged it and apologized? Then what would happen?
Well, I don't know what would happen.
No, inside of you, what would happen?
I don't know. I don't know that anything would happen.
Really? So then why do you want it? How do you benefit? No. Stay with it. Don't abort.
Yeah.
You said it. I want us to stay in it. You are wanting something. I want her to, and you actually got a little angry, testy when you said it, which is great. I want her to acknowledge it and I want her to apologize. And I want to know, what would that feel like?
Maybe maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if,
What would it feel
maybe
like? What would it register? How would it feel inside? If it came off as like literally authentic, how would it feel?
maybe like I mattered.
Exactly. You've been wanting her your entire life to treat you like you matter, because then you could believe you matter. You're still wanting something, and that's why you've held on, and that's why you have protected the family secret that mom is innocent, grandma's innocent, because you still want the very thing they never gave you. The wound that she inflicted, she left me when I needed her most. In other words, I didn't matter. And you've believed it your whole life, and all of your actions have either been driven by that or have confirmed that. What are you feeling right now? You just took your glasses
It's been
off.
reflected.
What are you feeling right now? You took your glasses off for the first time today. Are you tearing up? Yes, you are. There we go.
Yeah.
What are you feeling? Give me a feeling word. I want a feeling word.
Sadness.
That
because
what?
I see it reflected. It's reflected in all of my relationships.
That's it.
It's been repeated. It's been repeated in all of my. I've been in 3 marriages. It's all look the same.
That's exactly it. Because at the core is your core belief that you don't matter. And so you have tolerated behavior, and you have engaged in behaviors and actions and words that somehow at their root, confirm the belief, I don't matter. You've lived your life the very way you were conditioned to live it, and that is not mattering. Your authentic self not mattering. At the very least, if you only matter insofar as you serve a function in people's lives, but the real you doesn't matter. And isn't it fascinating that literally in the final statement of our show, that broke through? What are you feeling right now?
I feel like you're pretty good at what you do.
That's not a feeling word. It should be at the top of the list of feeling words, but that's not a feeling word. Give me a feeling word, you animal.
What
are you feeling?
I was just
feeling word.
I feel I still feel hopeful, because I'm recognizing that I do matter.
That's it.
In spite of all of it.
That's right. That's it. And that's the spot, that spot of mattering, and in realizing, wait, I haven't mattered, and I've wanted her to confirm my mattering. That's that deep, deep, deep spot that caused you to start crying. Okay, this is where the real healing is. Going down to those real core beliefs and the real fucking shit that happened and the holy shits. It's down there deep. And we just did it literally in the final minute. You can be doing this shit on your own. Dive into that motherfucking book. I'm so grateful for you coming on the show. Rob, I promised you final word.
Well, it's not final word, and I have to applaud Isaiah's courage. Good for you, dude. Just a factual question. I think you said you made a police report. What happened after you did?
They could not confirm his location. And so I filled out all of the statements, and because it was out of state, it was a lot of ambiguity on the case and the time.
You got away with it. In other words.
Essentially. Yeah. But from my aspect of it, I because I reported it to a counselor, they were obligated to report it as well. And for me, I had no quarrel with that, and I did what I needed to do.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
We support you 100% in that. Thank you so much for being on this show, Isaiah.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been an honor.
Our honor was ours. Peace.
That's it. Join us for new counseling episodes every Thursday and lightning rounds every Sunday.
Thanks for listening to Badass Overtime. Now go out and slay some demons and have a kick-ass day.